Hey guys, oh, having a rough evening, but there is beauty in the ashes. Let me explain. So, as I bawl my eyes out, no makeup, sitting here late at night, thinking, I was thinking about the guilt that I felt. I was so much guilt. My mom passed away a few months ago, and I just keep replaying. The grief comes in waves. It was so busy during the time. And I know it sounds crazy, but maybe you'll get it, just making arrangements, her unexpected passing, or her transition, as I like to call it. There was a lot of work to be done, trying to just figure out how to do it all. By the grace of God, things got taken care of. I'm thankful. It's just I don't think that I really had that time to grieve. That said, I sit here sometimes and ever since and just kind of replay everything. The enemy attacks in such a strategic way that sometimes you just don't even know that he's just kind of eating at you little by little with some of the thoughts that you have. And in my thoughts, I just kept saying, what if I didn't call her that day? What if I didn't pick her up? What if I didn't take her to the hospital that day? I just replay those things in my mind over and over again. What could I have done differently to keep her here? My best friend, my earthly rock. God is my rock in heaven, my mom, my earthly rock, my best friend. I miss her so much. And then I had a thought after prayer, after just bawling my eyes out, replaying this whole thing on what I could have did differently. But God is sovereign. Whatever if I could go back and do something different, that doesn't mean that it would have changed the outcome. God is sovereign. And if, I truly believe that his will at the end of the day will be done. Our lives are not our own. Not we belong to the Lord, is what I'm saying. In any case, I wanted to talk with you about shifting your perspective. As I mentioned, I keep replaying, what could I did differently? What if I didn't do this? What if I didn't do that? Torturing myself. So first thing is, remember that God is sovereign. When I remembered that, I felt liberated. I'm just so thankful that I don't have that much power. I don't have that much control. Number one. Number two, in shifting my perspective, I thought, what a blessing. What a blessing that I was the one to pick up my mother. I was the one to have that time with her. I was the one that got to talk with her, hold her hand for 3.5 hours. Our bond was that strong. I got to do that. God gave me the opportunity to have that time. And so when I think of what I could have done differently, when I think, what if I didn't pick her up? What if then I wouldn't have been given those opportunities? Not many people are. Sometimes people are taken away from us in the blink of an eye. You know, granted, she spent weeks in ICU. She was on the ventilator for about half of that time. But the fact that I could be there, that God would give me the opportunity for me and my brother to be there, to witness her last breath. I just thought, while it was so painful, it's a beautiful thing that I got to be there, keep her company. She wasn't alone. She had me and my brother the whole time, as much as possible. We were there when she took her last breath. And it was just so beautiful in thinking that while we were there for her last, she witnessed our first. I miss her so much. So all that said, shift your perspective. Forgive yourself. Stop blaming yourself. Whatever you're going through, you don't have that much power. And thank God we don't. Thanks for letting me share. Thanks for letting me take a moment to be vulnerable with you. God bless. Good night.